kickoff as this one gets started. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Beavers offense will have the football first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right. David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And, Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique, too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Gonna take a shot. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Punt is on its way. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Huskies offense will have its first possession of the game. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Grabbed behind the line, it's Boston. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Williams looking for a man. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Boston. And they swarm him under. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. He wants to throw it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Washington sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Beavers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He's got it on the right.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
The Beavers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Fires to the middle. It's complete. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
The Beavers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Tries again to get it in. Quick step and go. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Makes the catch. It's Green. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Started here in the second. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the play fake. And his throw is incomplete. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Williams will pass. The sure hands, it's Boston. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Out of out of the gun. They'll run it inside. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll go with a give to the big tight end on 3rd and short. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Washington! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Dropping back, it's Murphy. It's caught. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Wants to throw again. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Oregon State.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even sprinting away. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The Huskies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Williams looking for a man. Shoots it to the left. That pass is incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Looking for a gap. It's Hankerson. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Under fire. And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation. So the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll keep it himself. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Beavers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll return it from around the 50. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Give to the running back. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Williams will pass. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The defense calls a timeout to put together a strategy. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the 1st. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. So they move the ball 37 yards on the drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Clemens. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Huskies. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver getting open and making the catch, but now you got to secure the football. You know there's going to be guys coming trying to rip it free. They did it. They scooped it. They scored. That's a play he's going to learn from.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Makes the catch. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Got it in the middle, it's Hankerson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Shotgun snap on third down. He's got an open man. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're gonna see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
The Beavers will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Williams looking for a man. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll return it from the 50. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now the play fake. Slides away. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. QB got it himself. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Field gets a little tighter here in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Murphy. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Gonna run it. It's Coleman. At the 45 on its way. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Williams will pass. He's got his man across the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Fights off a defender. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. They're working that left side. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'll try the right side. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And that's a tough thing to do, man. Get this guy on the ground. You've already seen it. He's got a rushing touchdown in this football game. Down here in the red zone, you know his feet are going to be a big part of the offense. The defense was ready, and they get the sack.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this one is perfect. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? And now on 2nd down for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. And the Beavers look to keep this drive humming. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Under fire. That's caught. It's Williams. And you don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. The Beavers will line up to punt it away. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll do it himself. Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long, but in a big spot in the 4th quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the first down.
Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Williams looking for a man. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Washington.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Complete to start this drive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this a bunch. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go, unloads it downfield. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Williams will pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll give it to the back. Made a defender miss. Touchdown, Huskies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it.
Oh, he's got some space. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Well, you don't see too many runs inside bust open like that one, did it? Usually means somebody blew an assignment.
Man, and it's a bad feeling when you got that running back coming to the second level, full head of steam, nobody grabbing a hold of him. That's when he can make you miss, make you look silly. Nice blocking up front to make the big play.
Throws to the tight end. Touchdown, Beavers! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better this time around. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. He'll pull it on the read. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Gives it on the option. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Williams looking for a man. It's complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The defense out of sorts, and the head coach will use a timeout here. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll pitch it. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. To the air on first down. Trying to set up the screen. He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive play early in the drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Scanning the field, it's Murphy. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Walker. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Grab near the marker. It's Clemens. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.